What's up everyone, Full Animix here. Some time has passed, but stemming from the fact that editing processes take 3 million years to complete, we're here to talk about anime. That's why you're here, right? So in terms of like anime to review first, there's a lot I could do, honestly. There's SAO, some other random shit that I haven't thought about on the top of my head, but I finally got the idea of reviewing this anime from a friend who recently just finished it, and I'm like, I might review it and waste 10 hours of my life reviewing it as well. So here we are. Ladies and gentlemen, without further more procrastinating, let's talk about life. So I think the first thing that we have to get across is that the fact that Kill la Kill puts on a facade, basically. Now, from the standpoint of a poster or something, that you might think that Kill la Kill is this really over-sexualized show about super things going on, and, you know, it looks pretty cool, you know, for something that came out 7 years ago. And yeah, at the start of it, you would be right. Kill la Kill puts on a facade of basically skimpy outfits and funny comic relief for most of the show. And then the show takes a 180 on you and gets full serious war shit going on with aliens. I could be making this up, but I'm not. And with that said, let's talk about the plot. So basically the plot of the show is Ryuko Mato is on a conquest to find her father's killer. And that brings her to Honnouji Academy, run by the student council president, Satsuki Kiriuin. And basically there's a system. Satsuki's created a system where you level up in the world, and the higher you go, you get more powerful clothes. The clothes themselves are called Goku uniforms, and you know, it levels up and then you get more powerful, and it's already stupid. And the show gets even more stupid from there. Let me say that. And this is the most stupidest part of it is that it's basically clothes fighting clothes, basically. Yes, Ryuko come across a Kamui, which is basically a power boost clothing, but the downside is she has to look sexy, and then she gets like powers and stuff. And then Satsuki gets her own superpower Kamui, and then they fight it out, and that's basically the whole show for the most part. I won't talk about anything past episode 18 because that's spoilers, and I really don't want to ruin it for you guys. So let's just move on to the animation. The animation of the show, it's pretty fucking lit. For a show that came out around the time of SAO, the show is leagues and leagues and leagues above SAO's animation quality, because SAO just looks boring as fuck. And the animation show is just like extravagant, full on Studio Trigger shit. And I say Studio Trigger shit because Trigger's a very good studio, and they were behind Pro Man, Darling in the Franxx, and some other random shit. But for real, the animation quality is pretty ahead of its time. It's very appealing to look at, it's very extravagant, and it's very full impact stuff. Like when swords clash, or when Satsuki's being very intimidating, it's just very good. It's just good. And then this animation quality is backed up by the lit soundtrack that literally is engraved into your head after you hear that one song. This song is honestly my life, basically. Like, I wake up to this song. And there's a lot of other songs in the show, but this one really takes the cake. Like, this is like the Avengers theme, where you could just put it with everything, and it just makes sense. And all this impacts the show's flow, and I think the pacing of the show is what really sells it. I can kind of see why people wouldn't like this show. It's a very sexualized show at the start, but I'm here to tell you that it's a facade. It's meant to elucidate the surprise of it's not supposed to be sexualized. At the end of the show, it ends with everyone naked. I'm just saying that. Ryuko gets over her embarrassment of her being in a sexy Kamui past episode 5, basically. And people are going like, this isn't the show that I thought about. And then 10 episodes later, it just fucks you over, basically. But yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend this as the first anime to watch. It's definitely something where you would feel more comfortable watching after you watch like JoJo or something like that. Not saying that JoJo's anime you should start watching for a beginner. And I think the fact is that the show's fun, basically. It's fun, it's stupid, and it's the reason why people love it. It's extravagant. That's the word, basically. And for my final like thoughts on the anime, I think the anime did a very good job, despite the fact that it's been an original anime created by Trigger. The fact that someone in that studio thought, what if we made a show where clothes fight clothes. And then the director's like, oh my god. But yeah, that's basically my review. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys maybe 2 weeks from now. I don't know, my upload schedule's inconsistent as fuck. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.